I have it. Okay.
Hola, hola, hola.
It's working. I see it.
It's working? Are you
See, I
sure?
will check. Welcome for the first time to the podcast.
We have to do if, like yesterday, nothing happened, no?
Yes, I prepared some new questions, but I
Okay.
wanted to start with the story time, what happened yesterday, and in general, how I got the podcast with you. So, do you remember when I asked you about the podcast? So you were before the game, before France.
Before friends in Show Pessoa.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. And
But another day I had to go to Mexico, I remember too.
that's true,
And
but
you didn't go to Mexico.
yeah,
I don't know why,
didn't
but
go to Mexico. But in general, what I wanted to say that I'm really thankful because you proved how kind you are twice already. Because I asked you and you said, let's do it sometime. And we are doing it for the second time. And we are doing it because with a lot of people that I was trying to get an interview with, the problem is that a lot of times they say yes and we never do it.
Yeah.
And what happened yesterday is that we recorded a whole podcast. We are in Lithuania, so I'm lucky enough that you are here and you are here for another
I am here until
days.
Tuesday. And then I
we
have
can
to come
do
back to Argentina.
3 more days of podcast.
It's our last chance today.
Yes, last chance. Hopefully, the one and only. So for me, it was a pretty painful loss yesterday to have the podcast deleted.
But for me, it was English practice. I told you.
So I was wondering, how do you deal with that kind of big losses in the game?
Something like that.
Yes.
I feel it. But no, thank you too, you for inviting me again. I think these things is good for beach volleyball because we have to work together sometimes to improve our sport, I think. And thank you again. And okay, yesterday was bad when the conversation was pretty good and then we couldn't record it, but okay, I'm here and we
for
can
sure.
start.
So, how do you deal with losses?
How is my mind after the matches when the match was tough or something like that? Okay. For me, in a couple of years before, losses were a lot of pain in my mind and a lot of pain in my body because in beach volleyball the system sometimes you can play again because if you are in qualify or if you are in the if you pass the group and you have to play and lost, you have to wait to another tournament and that is bad for the mind sometimes. But one of the good things for this moment, I think, is wait for not a little, but just 2 or 3 hours to speak with your partner, because if you speak after the game when you are so tired and your mind is hard, it's tough, everything is bad because you lost, I think it can be a bad way sometimes because you can say a lot of things in bad way, and I think if you wait a little bit time of just 2 or 3 hours to speak with your partner or with your coach, maybe it's better than speak after the game.
I think I agree, and I have it already for a long time. And for some players, it is difficult. In Poland, I played with a Polish girl, and after a match, I said, I go out of the court immediately. And I left, and she came to me, and she was like, are you mad? Can you speak to me? And I said, no, I just need some time, because in the heat of the moment, I can say, oh, I didn't like your spike, I didn't like this. But to be honest, I blame myself. Like I was coached that every time it's my fault. So I don't want to be angry at another person because I know they are trying their best.
Of course. It's the same when your partner do the best effort and put the ball in the game, and they or he or she is trying to do the best, and you can mad with him or with them because it's bad way for a next point, I think sometimes, and if it's bad way for a next tournament or for a next matches or for the next practice,
sure.
because when you are out in the tournament, you have to practice in the next day or in a few days, and you have to create the team again, and it's hard sometimes. But I think this is a good option for stay calm and play in the next tournament or in the next match better. But I think it's different if you lose and you have to play in a couple hours then if you lose and you cannot play again. That is different lose, I think.
Yeah, I agree. So what is it like for you to do it with your family? You said, so obviously you play with your brother, and you said that your father is your statistician, yes? Yeah, I don't know if your mom is also into...
Yeah, my family is into the team. A lot of time my father is a statistic. He is occupying one big spot in the team because he's so important for us, because he creates a system with my best friend for statics, like data volley, but just for beach volleyball, because we need to know what happened before the match sometimes, what happened with the rival, what happened with us, with our own game, our own numbers. If you know that information before the match, you can play better than if you don't know nothing, you know?
Of course.
Sometimes you can see videos and watch the video and okay, let's go, we'll try to this way. But that is not really good information for a top level, I think. You have to know a lot of things for the rival and for your own team. And the relationship with my father and my mom, when I was moving to my home, was improving a lot, because my mom and my father are speaking a lot in the house to beach volleyball, and sometimes it's hard for us because after practice or after tournaments, maybe you don't want to speak about beach volleyball for a few days or a few hours, but they can understand sometimes. And for me, when I was moving to my home and now I am living alone in Rosario, the relationship with them, with beach volleyball, is different because we can speak when I see them and it's okay, because it's not all the time, you know.
Yes.
But for my brother, I don't know, because he's living with my father and my mother yet, and I think he's trying to fix this situation sometimes.
Of course.
Because for him it's hard to speak with my mom, with my father every day, with me, with the coach.
Yes.
But
living separately definitely helps.
Definitely is better, I think.
Yes.
Now it's really good, our relationship. They know.
Yeah, I want to stay quiet. Yeah, I mean, I have very similar situation. My dad is my coach. My mom also always wants to be involved. And because at home for her, a hobby is to watch volleyball games. She's always watching, and she says, okay, let's watch some games. And me and my dad are like, no games.
Not today.
Not today.
We were practicing 3 hours in the morning.
Exactly. So it becomes tough, but I understand that she's mom and she wants the best for us. And yeah, she bought us these shirts with pandas playing volleyball, and this is what how we will go to European champs, because Erika also saw it. She was like, amazing, we're gonna be panda team. So how does it help you to have this support system, you know, to have your dad and mom support you in volleyball? Of course, it's difficult sometimes because you talk so much about volleyball, but having them enjoy the same hobby, you know, like...
Yeah, but for me, my mom and my dad was everything in the beginning of my career, because they supported me a lot when I was started with beach volleyball. It was difficult for me because the high level was far away, and I lost a lot of money, a lot of money, a lot of games, a lot of qualify. I was far away to my home, and they support me a lot. In the beginning was amazing for me, and I think my father in the beginning of my life, because he get me and go to practice, go to school, go to anywhere to do a sport. And I think it was amazing for me because I learned a lot in this moment when I was really young, 10 years ago, when I was 10 years or something like that. And I learned a lot for when my career started like a professional, no? And I am so grateful for them, for sure.
Yeah, amazing. Let me check. Because I am afraid I can always cut it out. Yes, perfect. So
Perfect.
far working. Yes, so far
Oh.
working. Okay, so I really love the story you told before, how you started beach volleyball and in general sports. So maybe you can shortly say again that you started with another sport and...
Yeah. My first steps in sport was in football, because in Argentina is the first sport. The football is here, and another sport is too far. And I was starting there in football. I think I was started at 6 years ago. When I was 6 years, and was really good for me because I learned a lot of football, of team
sports.
team sport, and I start with one of the best team in Rosario. I think the best team in Rosario is News All Boys. Is my team, team of Messi too, and well, it was amazing for me. But when I was 10 years old, there were some troubles with football and with my family, and my father was practicing volleyball after my practice in football. I think I was practice around 8 and my father practiced around 10. And after my practice, we went to go 3 or 4 times in the week to watch him to practice. And I had a spot sometimes in the indoor court because sometimes there were 11 players or 10 players. I could play with them, with his friend. And for me was the first step in volleyball, this situation after the football practice. And then when the trouble started with the football, my father told me, if you want to try in volleyball, and okay, it's a good idea because I was told. And okay, I like it, let's go. And I started in indoor volleyball in one of the club in Rosario. Sonder is the name. And I play indoor for 9 years. I play in the national tour, in the national team in indoor volleyball too, in I think between 14 until 18. And well, it was hard because I had to move to Buenos Aires a lot of time and I didn't like it. because it was hard for my mind. I was far away with my family, of my friend, of my life. But when I was 18, I say to my coach of national team, I don't want to play more indoor because I am full. I don't want more.
Too much.
It's too much for me. I don't want to live in Buenos Aires. I don't want to share with a lot of people the court because there are different goals in one team of indoor, I think.
Yeah. And you can sit on the bench.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really different, the sport. I don't like share a lot with a lot of people. I don't know if for you it's the same, but I prefer to share my goals and my dreams with less people, no?
Yes.
Because sometimes there are different goals in one team of indoor, and I think that was hard for me, hard to understand. But when I stopped play indoor volleyball, and when I was 19 or 18, and in 2 months after, Pablo Bernardi, he's the coach of Qatar now, Cherif and Ahmed. In that moment, he was the coach of national team of beach volleyball, and he called me and say, "Okay, do you want to try beach volleyball? We are living in Mar del Plata. It's one of the city in the south in Argentina. It's far away to my home, but it's really good city for play beach volleyball too because the weather is not the best, but in that moment the national team was there, and for me it was an opportunity." And okay, I went to Mar del Plata in my first time, and I remember my first practice on my first days there, and I fall in love to beach volleyball in the first moment. I can't explain so good because it was a feeling in that moment, but I love it. I love it. This moment in my life was amazing because I didn't like to play more beach volleyball, and I want to be a lawyer in Argentina like my mom, and okay, no more sport. And beach volleyball gave me another opportunity in the sport, and of course I am so grateful of Pablo too. He was the first guy to call me and say, "Okay, let's go, come with us, join with us and try." And well, I started and I am here.
So at what point did you realize that you might be professional and live from this? When you started beach volleyball, or later at beach volleyball career? Because a lot of times like you might doubt, you're doing it, but you're like, I don't know if I can do it.
I think the first 4 years I did like a professional, but not 100%, because I was training a lot. I was focusing my mind in the beach volleyball, but I were young, I don't know, and in that moment it's a little bit difficult because you didn't understand sometimes where is the goal or the limit, or I don't know, it was difficult. But I remember Pablo in the first time, he got me at his home, and sometimes we watched a lot of matches of beach volleyball in that moment, and he told me a lot of time, "You can stay there, you can do that because you are so good in the game, and I have a lot of confidence of you. You will be there." And in that moment, I can understood really good what happened with these comments. But 5 or 6 years before, when my career was in the middle, I understood, okay, I can be here. I can play in the top level, but I have to do more effort, I think.
Yeah.
I have to do more effort with the food. I have to do more effort with the practice. I have to do more effort to create a really big team. I have to do more efforts when the things are bad. And I think when I was 23 or 24, I got the medal in Pan Am's game. For us, it's so important, and for my federation too. And this day, I remember like, okay, I am a player. I am a professional player of beach volleyball, because it was too hard, because we were fighting a lot with my old partner before this tournament in Europe. I remember this moment because it was tough for me, because the World Tour was really difficult for us, and we had to play in the next week one of the biggest events in America, no? Pan Am's game.
Yeah.
It's like Olympic game, Pan Am's game. And we got a medal in the third position. And this day I remember like, wow, I am professional now. I want to be here, I want to play, I want to do a lot of effort, and I will do.
Yeah, I feel like what we talked about yesterday as well, that the medal is not the goal, but it helps a little to approve what you are doing. Because what you said, like, now I am a professional. You didn't turn professional just by winning the medal,
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, like,
It helps,
yes,
yeah,
it
of course,
helps.
of course. I told you the history with Pablo Herrera yesterday.
Yes.
I will tell again because it's too interesting, I think. I told Pablo when we were in a row in the travels in World Tour, because he and Adri Gavira too are my friends, and I asked him what happened after Olympic medal when you were young. He were 20 years old or 19, and he got a medal in Athens 2004, and he told me after the medal nothing changed for me. The just got the medal was amazing moment. I am Olympic medalist, but nothing changed. Another day, I had to practice again. I had to focus again. I had to put more biggest goals again, because sometimes when you got really big result, maybe the mind, it can be confusing, no?
Yes.
Because you got Olympic game or World Cup or European champ, and what are you doing after that?
Yeah.
Okay, and Pablo told me nothing changed. You have to stay calm, keep working, and
yeah. I think also, I check the camera.
Good decision.
Yes, my paranoia is getting into me.
It's okay?
Yes. I think what also happens when you reach something, a lot of people expect that maybe you relax a little, but all of these players are trying to beat you.
Yeah,
And we had to play 2 tournaments. So we played one in Itapema, and after Itapema, which was elite, we played futures in Laguna Beach. And when we came to Itapema, we were probably one of the lowest ranked teams. Mm-hmm. And we were beating some teams as underdogs.
Yeah, and Rebecca and Carol.
So it was like no pressure. Of course, there was a lot of pressure from ourselves, but no pressure. And then we go right away to a tournament where our points are double from the second team. You know, so second we have like 1,400 and the second team is 700 and everyone else is like 300 and we have to win. So it comes with a lot of responsibility, and when you win something, of course I have not had a huge medal or anything, but I feel like with that also comes the responsibility. If you're an Olympic champion, you have to keep up the level.
More responsibility.
You cannot lose futures after Olympic medal.
That's true. But maybe we can see the high rank like Sweden guys or Molsorum or in Brazilian or USA women. I think they are playing a lot of tournament with this pressure, and I think they didn't feel it.
Yeah, maybe they get used to it.
Yeah, but I saw Alman Helvin sometimes, and they are playing against Molsorum in the same way when they are playing like top 40 in the rank. You know, you can see Alman in the same situation every match, and that is the point. I think you have to do that. It's difficult, I think, because he is one of the best players in the world, and it's not too easy to stay in this spot. But I think it's one of my goals sometimes, because for me this year happens these things. We got a medal in Tlaxcala, second place, and we have to place in 3 days in Nayarit. And it's too difficult because you got a medal in World Tour. It's too much for you.
A lot of emotions.
A lot of emotion, and in 3 days you have to win again.
Yeah.
And this tournament for us was really good because we got the semi-final again, and we worked together with a lot of stress in our body because Tlaxcala was 7 match, and we played 7 match again in Nayarit. Was 14 matches
Crazy.
in 2 weeks, and we played every match in this way with a lot of focus and did our best effort, and let's go, we can try. But sometimes it's difficult. But I remember some moments in my career like this, and I had to learn a lot in this situation. My personal trainer, our personal trainer of me and Tommy, always say that you have to prepare to win and to lose, not just to lose. When you are win, you have to prepare to in another week or another moment, because the mind is changing a lot and you can't relax.
That's true. That's true. And I think the level of the matches, how tired you get, it really depends on how good are you prepared. For example, like now we played in Poland, and in 2 days we played 5 matches. So in 2 days it's a lot, and we went through the easiest route. So if you are losing, you play 7 or 8 matches in 2 days.
Oof.
But because the level is like medium, it's not Carol and Rebecca, it doesn't take all of the energy out. Because when we played Elite, I think at some point it was only 1 match a day. You know, and you would say, it's like 2 is
the
normal.
pen of the day, but yes.
In Elite, I'm like, please give me only 1 match, because for me, I have to play 200% to keep up the level. So I guess for you as well, if you play a tournament, a challenger, where the level is always high, of course, maybe you will have some teams that are a bit lower, then you can save the energy, but to play another tournament again and win it or go to semifinals, it's crazy. It's on crazy. Your mind and on your body.
Yeah. But we learn a lot in Shop Pessoa with a reseller. I don't know if you know the personal trainer of Cangaso.
No.
Okay, when we started with Tommy in 2022, we spent, I think, 2 or 3 months in the year in Shop Pessoa. Because in Argentina we don't have partners to train the high level, and our question was how Renato can play like without effort. Sometimes it's okay, everything is good, normal. He never looked tired, and me and Tommy was it was tough, it's too hot, it's too, whoa, everything's in our body sometimes. And we watched it, practice Renato, Andre, George and Vitor, and I remember they were practice a lot of physical in the sun. Sometimes it's not common run in the sun and do a lot of cardio in beach volleyball, but when I watched this team, Cangaso, and I spoke a lot with reseller, with the personal trainer, our preparation was changed because he told us you have to do a lot of drills, physical drills in the court, because when you are playing, you cannot think about your physical or your body. You have to be in the high level, and you have to think just in play beach volleyball. No, I am tired, I am it's too much hot, it's cold, it's a lot of wind, and in João Pessoa is one of the places with wind, with heat, with hard sun. Sometimes you have to play at 12 in the middle of the day and 35 or 40 degrees, and you cannot feel these things, because if you are feeling this, you are dead in the match. Because you have to think in put the ball in diagonal, you have to think in put the pass good or serve good. And we learn a lot about Brazilian team in this moment, and for us was amazing because we could play like them, you know, with less skill in technical or sometimes in our mind, but with the same physical. And that for us was perfect, because when our mind grew up, we were in the good level physical and good level mind, the result were good.
Yeah, I really agree, because for me, my father always taught me first techniques, then physics, or physical conditioning, because he said, if you're doing the set bad, why do you have to run and do the set bad? You know, you need to set good. And of course, like, it's good. We were always working on techniques so much, and everyone is saying, "Oh, your technique is so good." But I come to a match, and I'm like, I am passing out. It's dark in my eyes. You know,
you feel nervous.
Yeah. So now, with every year that my conditioning is getting better, I feel how the Brazilians, for example, play, because they're so physical and they're also technical. So I think I was just trained the opposite from everyone. Everyone is taught you run, you do techniques, and only then you plan tactics. And for me, I was a small girl that couldn't run, but she was like, okay, serve at this person, do this, you know. So this is how I win the games. And we talked yesterday about what do you think you want to be remembered by, like what people will say about you. And you said that you're very consistent and at good level, but like nothing spiking. And I think for sure what people will or do say about me, that I am slow. I hear that all the time, but I'm smart. So hopefully I can work on the speed, and I think it's harder to learn the tactics, understand the person, the energy, than just run on the sand.
Yeah, because there are a lot of skill in beach volleyball. I think in the court, Adri Carambula told me a lot of time, in the court is like in the life, you know? There are a lot of trouble, and if you can keep or get the control of these things, you probably stay close to the victory. Physical, mentally, technique. I think you have to see which is your worst or weakness, and you have to practice of them, and you have to hide them sometimes, I think. I don't know, a lot of players, I think 100% of players have a bad side in reception, and you have to work in this. You have to work in your bad side in reception, but you have to be smart too for prepare to reception for the best
Worst
side
yeah.
and worst side,
Yes.
you know. And I don't know if all of the players are thinking in that, but me is every day I am thinking that. I don't know why, but it's important for me because when you are passing good, the game is more slow for you. You can see everything. You can cut shot, attack, put the ball in the second option. I think it's so important. But there are a lot of things like this. And that is really important, the statics in one moment, in the highest level, I think, because you have to control the game. And another thing for me is really important is stay positive. I told you her, I think it's one of the best option in the match to get a victory, because if you stay positive with your partner and with you, with yourself too, you will get the chance in one moment, or you will keep that chance in one moment. If you stay negative, the chance pass, I think.
Yeah, I think also to round what you said, I think beach volleyball players are so adaptive. They always change and think of how to solve things, because we have wind, we have deep sand, sometimes the sand is hard, sometimes you wake up and you're angry, sometimes you wake up and you're happy, you know, it's like everything is changing and you need to change. And I think we are so adaptive, and you always, as you said, like we have to stay positive. And if you stay positive, you always search for solution, you know, like if you don't receive, okay, I'm positive that I will receive and change something. But if you're negative, you're like, oh, I cannot do it.
Be bad.
Yes, for sure. So like, for example, today in the practice, I played with my mom. She cannot really play. She can do this, like this. And we said, okay, I played against my dad and another coach. And I said, you only serve at me. So I needed to receive to one point in the court where she's standing and bumping the ball, you know, and like I could do it. Okay, then if I can attack against them this way, now I need to find a solution how to defend. And at first I was trying to block, but she does not run in the court, you know. So my solution was to always not go to the block, you know, to try and serve an ace and defend from top. And I started doing it.
Another way.
Yes, another way. So always finding solutions.
Yeah, I think so. It's interesting because in this week for me was the same. Not like your man, just one ball, but I practiced with one guy of Lithuania, Jokubas, and he was really happy for practice with me, and he was heard me a lot and do a lot of question. And another side was Arnas and Karolis. They are a good team, I think, in Lithuania now.
Let's say mid-challenger.
Yeah, and they are in top in Lithuania now. They are champ of Lithuania or something like that.
Yeah.
And us, we are not team, just two players in without past meeting or something like that. And I told him, we have to create a little team for this day, and we have to communicate a lot. We have to stay positive a lot. Doesn't care if they are controlling the match, and he understood, and we play really good this week with him because we enjoyed the game, and we could beat in a lot of set of Arnas and Karolis. And for me, it was really good week because for me it's normal to play with my brother, and everything is perfect with my brother because my brother is one of the best player in the world. He's so smart, he's so fast, he set really good. He has a lot of skill with serve, with reception, with jump set, with option, with defense. He's so fast, and it's really easy play with him sometimes. And when you have to create a new team with less skill for sure, because Jakubas is young and another player, I think, you have to be smart and you have to be really positive
Yes.
to do good things, because a lot of time are passing bad things, you know.
Yeah.
And you have to stay positive, and that way I think is really good skill.
I think I don't know if you had many experiences like this with playing with, let's say, sometimes lower players but changing partners a lot, but I had it from the start because I was always trained with I trained with people that are higher level than me or sometimes lower, and I never had a partner, so I changed the partners every year.
For you it's normal.
It's normal, you know. So for example, in Poland, I go to Poland to play national tours and I play with several Polish girls and different girls, you know, and it's always so different, the level that you have to come with to the game. So for example, this weekend we played with a Lithuanian girl, Rugile, and she has a lot of skill, so she can do quick sets, high sets, she can do some serves, so she has a lot of things and I don't need to do that much. Sometimes maybe hit from second, but otherwise I don't have to apply a lot. But last year I was playing with this Polish girl that usually doesn't rank high in Polish tournaments, and I didn't know how she plays. So I agreed to play the tournament when we met in the bathroom. We met in the bathroom. I was saying, "Oh, I'm searching for a partner," and she was like,
"You want to play with me?"
And she was like, "Yeah, let's do it," you know. And I didn't know how she plays, so it was a very interesting experience because her understanding of the game is completely different. And we came to a point where I said everything. I said, "Okay, this point, you stand in the middle, you do one step here, you stay, you take a ball that is short.
Like a
Any
coach.
other ball is not your ball," you know? So we were trying to work like this. Then we went to, I said, "Okay, if you receive, hit line. Even if the block is line, hit line." And we took 9th place in the Polish tour, and that tour is counted as like the highest level because even Lipman was playing that tour, and like Czech players. So for me it was such an achievement to like figure out the game, not only for myself to be like, okay, like stay calm for the game, but also the tactical and psychological for another player.
For sure you learn a lot in this situation. For me it was the same when I was playing. I play with dogs in King of the Court and in Yapoja, and when I play with Guto in King of the Court too, because they are really good players. I think Guto is one of the best defenders in the world, and Tox is really smart, and he's communicate a lot in the court. And for me it was really good experience. In Spain I played too with Hernán Tobar, and I played with Javi Huerta too. And for me this kind of tournament is like a big opportunity for play with another guy and learn of him, you know. Because I told you my brother is amazing, but sometimes you have to correct another things, or you have to improve another thing, because of course my brother always set in my right hand and everything is perfect, fast. But when you are playing with another guy, you have to explain that I need the ball outside in the antenna, or I need the ball behind when I receive in the middle, or you can put the pass for option if you want. You have to communicate that things again, like in the beginner and in
Yes.
the begin. I don't know, when you start to play with your partner, you have to communicate that things, and it's really good for learn to communicate again, because sometimes when you have a player for a long year, sometimes you don't have to communicate everything, because for us, for example, when we are receiving perfect, sometimes we didn't say nothing, because I know which is the ball and he knows too. But when Tommy is in the defense, for example, and he is defending, we have to communicate for sure, because I am blocking. I have to run too deep in the court and I have to set. Tommy have to say me, okay, antenna, middle, fast, nobody, I don't know. It's too important to communicate, and when you are with new partner, you have to communicate everything, and that is really good. I think for a game and for your mind too, because you are learning in this situation when you are changing the partner. For me, it was a new experience, because my first time with another partner, with another international partner, was in 2024, because I never played with another guys. When I come to Europe, because of Cami, and for past more time here in Lithuania or in Valencia, I have to play with another guy, because Tommy was in Argentina and we had a little, not vacation, but vacation for us.
Yes.
For not stay together every day, and you have to play, you have to learn about another things in the game, and for me was really, really good and really important for learn in this situation.
Yeah. I check again.
Vamos.
I think everything is good. Yes.
Vamos.
I think for me it is I agree with you completely, but I'm not as great at communication to partner that I need this, because I was taught different. As I said, I was taught that I am the one that has to fix and I am the problem. So if something didn't happen, for example, my partner didn't hit or hit out, maybe I should have hit from second, you know?
But
so,
that is in your mind every time?
Yes. So
why?
What I could do, what I could say, what I could plan, because I was taught like this. Always think, of course, I can understand when my partner made a mistake. I can understand it. But what could I do different? So for example, when I play with a new person, I don't know for how long we will play together. If it's just one tournament, for example, right? So I know that sometimes they cannot fix it. Like I can ask 1 or 2 times, can you set higher? Can you set further? Maybe they can change, then it's nice. But sometimes not everyone can change. So for me, it's a good chance to work on my skill. When we work, for example, on attack, of course, it's good to work on attack with a perfect set. Of course, when Timmy can set a perfect set, you can work on your hit. But
it's more easy.
Yes, but I am taught, for example, to be a good hitter from any ball. Yeah. The ball is 4 meters out, you have to know how to hit that ball.
Like Brazilian, they can resolve this situation.
So that's...
I think it's good too, because you are improving in yourself every time, but sometimes I don't know if you feel like a pressure or like a...
Of course, yeah.
For me, I don't want to be pressure in the match. I want to enjoy the match, and for me, if my partner or my new partner make a lot of mistake, no worry, and if I made a lot of mistake, it's the same for me. No worry, because it's the game. You can lose, you can win. Yeah. And I remember one match in Spain tour with Javi Huerta. We were playing semi-final in this tournament, in Línea de Concepción. It's in the south of Spain, close to Gibraltar. And I remember in the semi-final we were losing against one of the national team of Spain, and Javi couldn't make one side out in the first set, and he told me sorry, please, sorry, with a lot of pressure. And I say, Javi, don't worry, if we lose, no problem. We are enjoying this weekend, we are playing just for one tournament together. We don't know what happened after this tournament. Enjoy the match. And I remember in the second set, he started to enjoy more, and the second set was really close. We won, and we won a tiebreak. And after that, he told me, thank you, Nico, because in that moment I was so nervous and bad for you and for me. And I remember in the final, the next match, he plays wonderful, without pressure. We won in 10-10, and I remember this moment like really good situation, because I learned a lot in this situation, and I kept the calm when the things were wrong or tough, and my partner is not close to me, just my new partner is close to me, and it's difficult to manage in this situation because you don't know how Javi can take this information, Maybe Javi in this moment needed bad words, you don't know.
Yeah, of course.
But was funny, and I enjoyed that moment.
Yeah, I think for everyone it's so different what mood you need to come into the court with. For me, for example, I play the best when I am angry. So if I come to the
Like
court
Messi.
and I'm like, rah!
Like Messi.
Yeah, so every time I go to the game, my sister says, I wish you to be angry today. But this is how I play the best. And I am focused, it's not that I'm angry at myself or opponent, I'm just like with a lot of power and energy.
Yeah.
And for Erika, it's completely the opposite. She's like, let's enjoy the game, let's just have fun. And for me, it gets me angry. I'm like, it's not fun. Like, let's fight.
We have to win.
Yeah, I think we all enjoy different parts of the game. For me, I enjoy when you have tough moments and you solve them, like a problem, and you solve it, you become stronger. You are losing 2017 and you win. It's like fighting that and getting stronger. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I think some players feel the same like you, because it's normal when you are angry or something like that, you have more concentration or focus or strength sometimes. But for me, it's opposite, because I need to stay focused with my body, with my deep breath, and stay calm for thinking in the match. If I do a lot of shout or shelling, vamos, let's go, and push a lot of energy in these kind of things, I think I will be disconcentrated in the next point, because I don't know why, but I learned to myself this, but it's normal because my brother is opposite to me. He need this strength, he need shout, he need shelling a lot, and sometimes he need a bad word for stand up, and for him it's normal, and for me it's the opposite, and the goal is the same, no?
Yeah.
I can be angry with my brother for that, and he can be angry with me for that, because everyone is different, I think, in the court and in the life too, and you have to be yours.
That's true. I think it's really nice. We don't see each other with Erika that much, but when we played 1 week ago in Poland, the first day, like my mood was, it's extremely windy. It was 36 meters per second, and we were playing let's say, 1- system. So if you lose, you're out.
Out.
You know. And for us, we are first ranking in the tournament, so we are expected to win. And we were playing this team that they are kind of indoor team, so I would say we should win, but it was so much harder than I expected, and I was so serious and concentrated. And when I'm angry, it doesn't mean that I shout. I am angry in here, you know, in my face, everywhere. And I sometimes, like, to Erika, I talk a lot, and I'm like, oh, let's do this, that's blah, blah, blah. And I blabber a lot. And she's like, oh, that's sunshine and everything. Yes.
Look at this.
Yeah. And
sunset.
And after the tournament, she said, I saw your face, and before, if I didn't know you, I would be so scared because you were this, like, angry and whatever. But I know you, and I just left you to talk to yourself, you know, this angry person. And it was fine, you know, and because she knew me, she knew that it's better that she doesn't try to help me to be happier or anything. I was just for myself, she was happy for herself, and we
Pretty
were just...
good.
Yes.
And what about you after the match? When the match is in this way, you are so angry and focused.
I still need a break, you know, like I need to concentrate my mind. Sometimes I can speak immediately, but when we are on different levels, if she's happy and I am angry, it's hard because sometimes she's also angry. Sometimes I'm also happy, you know, you never know how you will wake up, but it's interesting. So I'm interested how you prepare mentally for the matches. Do you have a routine, what you go through in your mind, or not really?
we have a routine with our team. First, for the game, for tactics on strategy, I think we have to watch alone, Tommy in his way and me in my way. Watch 2 or 3 matches of another team in our system, and then 3 hours before the match or the last night before the match, because sometimes you have to play at 9 or sometimes you have to play at 12. If you play at 9, you have to watch the match day before and prepare the match before sleep, because 7 a.m. you have to be concentrate, no watching the video, I think. But if you have a time, we can watch the video and prepare the strategy in the same day and a couple hours before. That is for our team, no? We have a meeting, not in person, just in computer, like my coach in his hotel and in our hotel. Sometimes my coach is in Argentina and we have to prepare it in the call too. And for me, when I am playing the tournament, I am feeling so stressful every tournament. I talk with my psychologist what happened with this, because I can't sleep really good. I feel nervous every day. I am thinking about the points, about the tournament, about the medal, about everything. And my psychology told me, if you lose that, you have to retirement, because it's your it's your dream. You are this. If you have a nervous for a match, it's normal. It's normal. It's you. When you don't have more nervous before the match, you have to think why you don't feel it, because every career you feel it. I always feel that in national tour, in South American tour, in world tour. When I am playing, I am feeling this before the match. When I start the warm up, I am so quiet and I am thinking about the match. I know the strategy before. I know what happened with another team, with us. I know our way in the match, because we have a lot of strategy for play, depend of the rival, you know. Because sometimes you have to play with the blocker really fast, or you have to play with the blockers so high, or sometimes you have to play with blocker lowers, short, and you can put the ball in the net and attack above him.
Yeah.
But this is for strategy before the match, no? We have to talk about this, which kind of strategy we use, and then I need to stay focused just, and I love to read the books in the morning or something like that. For me, every day in the tournament I have to do yoga in the morning, 15 minutes at least or more, sometimes depend of my nerves. If I am really nervous, I can do 30 minutes, but if I am feeling good, when I get up, I have to do 15 minutes in the bed for start the day. Cup of water, yoga, and start. And this is strange because my brother always get up and me, I am like a Buddha. Deep breath, but for me it's so important because I need this deep breath in the match. I need this focus in the match, and yoga is perfect for me.
Of course.
It's one of the most important things in my routine, I think. We prepared a lot this visualization or yoga with my psychologist a couple of years before, and it works.
Yeah, I mean, for me it's also a lot about breath. I don't do yoga because yoga is stretching as well, and for me I don't need a lot of stretching. But with breath, what I do just before the game, when I already sit in the chair and wait for the whistle, I close my eyes and I breathe and I try to hear and feel everything. So like I try to breathe slowly, feel the breath, and then the sun on my face, and then the wind, and the sand underneath the feet, and it helps me to feel in the moment. But what calms my mind down before the warm-up starts and everything is understanding that I do this twice a day, every day. And of course, there are days when I don't receive good. And that is what I'm afraid of, that I will come to the court and I will not know how to receive. But I am so skilled to change my technique and to understand why I cannot receive that I will figure it out. If I won't receive 5 first balls, I will figure it out how to receive. So it's just,
and
a habit.
And we have a routine of practice too, I think. It's normal think, I don't know if I can receive in this match, but you can do it, in the deep of your body, you can do it. But sometimes it's normal play bad, I think. I play really bad in Turkey against Italy, and I couldn't receive good, I couldn't stay focused in the match, and was too difficult for me this match. We lost, and I didn't understand why, because we are in the top rank and they are lowest than us. But happened, I think. It's normal to play games bad because it's World Tour.
Of course.
When you are playing World Tour, Pablo Adri always say me too, in World Tour you have to pass the pool. If you pass the pool, okay, another tournament, but you never lose. You never have to lose in the pool. That was his goal when they played, and for me, that is true because every victory in World Tour you have to celebrate because it's too difficult to win there. Sometimes there are players like Sweden holding Nilsson, they have 20 years and they won a lot of matches in World Tour, but it's not normal. There are just 2 or 3 teams like them. You know, Molsorum in one moment, another Sweden team. But for normal person like you, like me, it's too difficult winning World Tour.
That's true.
And you have to know that, because if you put pressure in yourself for winning World Tour, I think you are wrong, because you are putting a lot of expectative in to win, but another team win too, and they are prepared like you or best sometimes, because you know in beach volleyball there are a lot of difference with the federation, with the national tours, because it's not the same born in Lithuania or in Brazil. For sure you will have a lot of opportunity in Brazil to play, because you have national tour like a challenge every month.
Yes.
And we couldn't play that.
Yeah.
We can't. And I think if you win national tour in Lithuania, how is the prize money for you? 1,000.
Yeah, 500 each.
500 each, and in Brazilian they won 10,000.
Yes.
You know, 10 times more than you. They can live of beach volleyball, and for us sometimes it's difficult, because it's a sport with low prize money, and you have to pay a lot of things if you don't have a really big federation like German or Netherlands or USA or Brazil. And why will you put pressure in your mind to win in World Tour against Brazil? When I am playing against Brazil, why I will put the pressure? Because of course they have several conditions, a lot of conditions, and me, I grow up with 1 net and 5 ball, with 1 coach, and okay, well, let's go, Nico, side out. And why pressure? No, not pressure for me.
We call it let the Brazilians find out where Lithuania is. Because if they lose, they check on the map, where is it?
Bueno, when I meet Cami, I didn't know so much where Lithuania.
Of course.
You know? I know Lithuania, Lithuania, and Estonia, and of course close to Russia too, because I was in Moscow sometimes, but I can't remember very good. But now it's my second place in the world, I think.
Yeah. Okay, I think I prepared the last question. I tried to prepare it in Spanish, so you can answer in Spanish.
Because my English?
No, it was actually so good. So good. I think that happened for a reason yesterday. It was good practice for us. ¿Qué consejo darías a los jóvenes que empiezan a jugar?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Did you find in translate?
Yes. It's not good yet.
You can call Erika for this question.
Yes, I need to.
What is your level of your Spanish? 0?
I understand a little, but I cannot speak.
Okay. You have to practice in Duolingo, I think.
Yeah.
It's a good way.
Yeah, or Spanish people.
Spanish people. But in the first moment, if you don't have vocabulary, it's difficult to understand and speak.
True.
You have to add vocabulary in your own
of course.
language. But I will respond in Spanish.
Yes.
¿No? Okay.
Perfect.
Bueno, el consejo que le daría a los chicos, que bueno, un poco lo hablamos ayer, es que fijen bien cuál va a ser su objetivo en el comienzo de sus carreras deportivas. Obviamente no es lo mismo un chico de 10 años que un chico de 15 o de 20, pero creo que muchas veces cuando uno fija objetivos es más fácil hacer los esfuerzos que correspondan para lograrlos. Cuando uno no sabe a qué está apuntando o cuál es su objetivo, es muy difícil lograr grandes cosas, porque si vos no sabés qué querés, porque muchas veces a los chicos les pasa que no saben qué quieren o no tienen un entrenador como tuve yo que me dijo, vos podés estar acá, tenés que trabajar un montón de cosas, pero vos podés estar acá. Y yo de chiquito pensaba, creo que puedo estar ahí, y cuando me sentí cerca dije, bueno, quiero estar acá, voy a estar acá. Pero muchas veces los chicos no saben, y yo lo veo con chicos que entrenan conmigo en Argentina, que van a entrenar, pero no saben bien si quieren jugar, no sé, como Tommy, si quieren jugar World Tour, si quieren jugar un sudamericano y sacarse una foto. Entonces, si no tienen un objetivo claro, muchas veces es muy difícil lograr grandes cosas. Yo creo que los grandes deportistas o los grandes atletas han tenido un momento en su carrera que se fijaron en la cabeza, yo quiero estar acá. A mí, por ejemplo, me pasó cuando quedamos afuera en 2016 de la clasificación olímpica para Río de Janeiro, que fue muy duro para mí entender por qué estábamos afuera, y también fue muy importante para mí para la próxima Olimpiada, porque dije, quiero estar en el próximo Juego Olímpico, que era Tokio, y mi objetivo en esos 4 años fue eso, estar en los Juegos Olímpicos. Y yo cuando lo pensaba, tenía 20 años y llegué a los Juegos Olímpicos con 24 o 25, pero sabía mi objetivo, lo tenía claro y sabía cuáles eran mis posibilidades, que por World Tour iba a ser imposible, pero que por Continental podíamos lograrlo. Y creo que eso ayuda mucho a un chico saber qué quiere. Si los chicos logran saber qué quieren con ayuda de sus entrenadores, para mí hay muchas chances de que lo consigan, pero muchas veces quedan en la nada porque no saben bien a dónde apuntan. Entonces, si tengo que dar un consejo hoy, sea el que sea, el objetivo que sea, si es disfrutar, disfrutar, si es jugar y divertirse con amigos, divertirse con amigos, si es estudiar, estudiar, si es ser profesional de beach volley, pero fijar bien qué quiero e intentarlo de la mejor manera.
Okay.
Did you understand me something?
Yes, a lot. I don't know if I will just add or repeat something, but I think just having a dream and a goal is not enough. You have to create a plan how to reach it, and also believe in that plan. Maybe belief comes later, because sometimes you don't believe, oh, I will win Olympics. Of course, sometimes it's hard to believe, but you have to start with your plan and then start believing in it.
If you don't have a plan, it's almost impossible, I think. If you don't have a dream or goal, it's difficult, I think, for a child. But I told you yesterday, I think it's really important, the team with you, the coach, your father and your mother. In the beginning, it's so important, because if you don't have a coach with really good goals for you and create this atmosphere for you for growing up and get these goals, is too difficult, because you can't do it alone in beach volleyball. You need a partner, you need a coach, you need a federation, and if there aren't this kind of thing, it's too difficult, because I can be Olympic champ, but I don't have a coach, I don't have a partner, and I don't have money to play. How?
Yeah.
Impossible, almost impossible. Okay, I remember one conversation with one of the team of Argentina. In that moment was Salema and I remember. The ex-partner of Salema was El Huachi in Argentina, and I remember he told me, I want to be in the next Olympic in 2024 or in 2028. Okay, I heard him, but you are doing gym every day, you are practicing every day in the best way, you have a coach, you have a team, because you are putting really big dream or really big goal, but you have to create this for get this goal, I think, because if you want to be number one in the world and you are doing gym two times per week unless you are in the party, and it's impossible, I think. But for me, in the beginning, I remember the coaches were so important.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Nico, so much for doing this again. It was amazing. I think even better than the first.
Yeah, for me it was really fun.
Yeah, so I hope some people will
Thank
find something
you
useful.
for English class yesterday. It was amazing for me. If I have to speak 1 hour in English, I have to pay 40 euros. And for me,